Well, good morning. Like many of you that have some type of an air nailer, you're going at some point to have to replace the seal because they start leaking air. The good news is on this relatively inexpensive air nailer, it has a piston here with a couple of O-rings on it, which I tried greasing to temporarily solve the problem without success. So now we're going to take these off and put new ones in, if I can get it to stop sliding away from me. Yeah, this one's pretty old and stuck in there, even though this thing was hardly used. So I got a package on Amazon, cheap O-rings. We're going to put those on. They only recommend using one, so I guess I may just try the one and see how that goes. Though I'm tempted to put them both in. So there's the original one, and with time, you can see, you probably can't, but I can see little flat spots on there. So we'll put these on, and hopefully we can put this back in service in no time. I've already greased up the cylinder in there. So this just goes back in here. And that might be another video. Might be too much grease, but we're gonna try to get that to go in there anyway. Nope. Well, that's not a good sign. Okay. We're gonna stop the video for a moment and try to figure out why that doesn't fit. All right, well, I had to take one of the O-rings off because it's not fitting in the cylinder, and then with just the one that they recommend, it's loose in there. So unfortunately, Harbor Freight's support for this particular product is and still not get the part that you need. So back to the drawing board, I'm afraid. Okay, so I put a double on there. I found one that fit better. This goes in here. You have to make sure the rotation is right because inside the cap, in this part right here, there's a groove and it has to be lined up perfectly. So anyway, we're going to put the collar back in, all greased up. And this little handle here has to go behind the trigger or it won't line up correctly and it won't work. Okay, so that's in. And I'm going to tilt the camera up a little bit. Hopefully you don't have to look at my face. I apologize if you don't like my music. I like it. Now these screws, bolts, fit in here pretty well, and you can get pretty good access to them, except this one. So if you use an Allen with the round head on there, then you can get this at an angle and get it nice and tight before you use the short side. And I can use the wrench drill gun on the other one. Then we'll go test this, and hopefully it works so I'm not embarrassing myself. I am not a professional mechanic, just a stupid idiot. Grease on everything, and everything slipped out of my hand. All right, make offer. It's from the garage sale. Not hard to sell when it. And there we go. So it's back together, and I'll go try the air on it in a second. Okay, so the leak stopped. Hopefully the gun works. This, by the way, so this is what was happening before. You can see that it wouldn't drive the nails all the way in because of the leak. And I tried many times. Now, I did get a couple to go all the way down. Let's see what'll happen now. I do have safety glasses on. There we go. Fixed. Cost $5 for the O-ring kit.